The Soanes Centre is a community space situated in Tower Hamlets cemetery.
So for the last 17 years I've been working here running education workshops. We essentially work with about 8,000 school kids a year. Our job is to deliver science education workshops to young people in the community in Tower Hamlets.
I remember coming here as a kid and all of my classmates being scared of bees. It's teaching kids that nature isn't a scary thing.
What we try to do here is make nature accessible.
I think that a centre like this is important because there are very few ways for children in the city to interact with nature.
So the work that Kin Structures does is focused on creating spaces for cultural expression. Most of our work so far has been rooted in community centres that are at risk of closing down. And it's for that reason that we were invited to work with Setpoint London East at the Soanes Centre. The threats that the Soanes Centre are experiencing are threats that community centres all across the country are experiencing. This is a direct result of 40 years of austerity, of organised abandonment, which has really drained investment and support away from community and cultural spaces. The threats from the council are that they issued a 7-day eviction notice for Setpoint London East and Kin Structures to empty and vacate the Soanes Centre, and they're refusing to meet with us now to discuss the future and our concerns.
We're spreading awareness about the campaign that we're organising here to save the Soanes Centre.
The campaign is first and foremost focused on community ownership for the Soanes Centre. And so our work here is to really grow the space into a home for community-led art, learning and play that will really kind of secure its place for generations to come.
This is a symbolic act, this idea not just of saving Soanes Centre, but fighting against the demolition or the erasure of these spaces, these important slack spaces in which community is super important.
So as part of Resolve Collective, we're an interdisciplinary design collective. Our work is a combination of art, architecture, technology, engineering. We do a lot of community-based projects as well as installations in galleries.
Our relationship with Kin is extremely important to us. Collaborations when they're projects that are essential to the survival of an organisation and to the vision and the aspirations of an organisation. Like, that is the reason why we've got into this work. So we're providing support for the Summer Jam in a very practical sense. So we're supporting the design and delivering the installation, but also just generally supporting the campaign and providing that emotional, just general support for the guys.
A big part of our philosophy is how do we work with what is? How do we celebrate the beauty in what is there already? Our work really seeks to engage and support these kinds of spaces, but also, I think, dream beyond.
The Soanes Centre is important as a space, not only because it is clearly very well used by the local community, but I think importantly, it tries to platform a different way of working within an ecology and in a different way of understanding what a community asset could be.
The connections that can be forged in a space like this can be very transformative. And that's just, on a personal scale, social, and how that can then be galvanized into bigger political and social change. And that is the real meaning of community, people getting to know each other, showing up for each other to ultimately affect more positive change for their lives. And that's a very real thing, and you need physical spaces like this for that to happen.
Ultimately, the strongest feeling throughout this whole process has been solidarity.
Soanes, in a nutshell, is a space which can provide us as black and brown people from London with a place where we can simply be. And it's not about consumption, it's not necessarily about production. Even though we're really interested in art and culture, this space is simply an opportunity for us to have a space that we can just be in and grow as individuals, but also as a community.